that break, things just got real. You guys are gathered around the ruins of the Nine Lives Den. Three Eyed Jax has approached.
So, what do you mean out of retirement?
Out of retirement?
Yeah.
He was trying to
When
retire.
he drops the rag and the blood is stopped. I'll show you. And he snaps his fingers.
Uh-huh.
And all of you in the vicinity are teleported away. You're in an office. And he goes and he sits down in his chair heavily. But you notice there's another figure in the room. And you've been here before, all but Medrin. It is very nice to see you all again, just jumping in whenever you want.
Hey, Chance. You're not
It's
Chance.
Thadrenek.
Hey, Thadrenek.
Thadrenek, yes. May I ask why you are in my office?
He teleported us
here. Why are
here.
you dripping on my chair, Three Eyed Jax?
I have 3 HP.
We needed to get far away. Our tavern just exploded.
Does
So
our
you come to your
insurance...
insurance, man. I understand.
Yeah, is that covered by hooded figures igniting our bar?
There may have been an explosion clause in there somewhere. I'm sure I can help you out.
They have a long story to tell you. I'm Medrin, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. He's also not in his disguise. You guys are looking at a mind flare.
Mind flare.
Yes, very much.
You're not connected.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
All alone up here.
Good.
For the moment. Now, as I said, I think it's time the Three Eyed Jax comes out of retirement. And I think it's time for us to figure out just who exactly is trying to kill us all. You guys have any ideas where we could start with that?
Well,
Throw them at me.
well, where did...
Valastara is sided with Thane, correct?
Duron
Right.
Stonehart? Yes.
Thane, your brother, his soul, is in possession of Valastara. He called you brother. He knows Duron came to you.
Well,
That's the only logical explanation.
that could be it.
Maybe Valastara is just a crazy bitch.
That's also very valid.
The tales are true about Valastara. She is all for one and one for all. Very much so. So you thinking that she's tied up with this Thane individual?
You don't know a lot about the Godzilla, do you?
I don't care about it too much, no.
You better start studying.
So, you know Duron Stonehart, you know, big. Kind of.
Yeah, Vermashton Thane, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there's Thane, his brother.
Right, I mean, I know that much.
Yeah. Apparently there's a...
Still haven't really talked about what y'all doing with these high-ranking individuals.
Well, whether they like it or not, they're tied into it now.
And he looks down at his watch with his thing still on.
Yeah.
Izzy and the child, Alexander, they're all safe. Looks up, tells that to you, Rannar.
Good.
And he just kind of leans back, head up, just looking up toward the ceiling.
I'm kind of like leaned over, like I'm still.
You guys are all kind of really beat up.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a war about to go on between Thane and Duron. Thane wants to control all the magic for him and his followers.
I'm
No.
a big fan of magic.
Yeah, so you couldn't use your magic. Chance would be dead. There'd be no magic users that are born unless they're...
Approved by
Thane.
Thane.
Thadrenek's brewing tea right now, by the way. Just kind of listening.
What kind of tea you brewing?
Herbal.
Nice. I like herbal.
Can't say herbal in his voice.
Edible.
Herbal?
Herbal.
Edible.
It is a special blend of underdark spices and herbs.
Underdark. Okay.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Anyway, reason I'm tied into all this is because Ronavar is on the side of Duron. He wants free will, freedom for all those. The mortals and their magic.
So what exactly are we to do? Do we have allies in this? Because, no offense, but I'm jumping on your bandwagon. I'm not too happy that I almost just died. I'm not too happy that my boy Gentry seems to be corrupted.
Well, Gentry has ties in the Ashen thing, correct?
That he does.
So
Did.
so does Duron. So if we head to the Ashen thing, we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
I mean, it would be nice to talk to someone that knows a little bit more. And he kind of... And you watch as necrotic energy sprouts from the corner, and Chance emerges. Along with Grimmbones, because he was asked for earlier. Just kind of standing
So
there
getting my
awkwardly.
stuff.
Hello! I haven't been here before.
This is the office of Thadrenek the Mind Flayer, also insurance.
Thadrenek just shakes his head. Everyone comes to my abode whenever bad shit happens. That makes sense.
So you're the insurance broker.
You're right. You're right.
That's kind of your job, I'm assuming.
Chances seems to be going through a ledger of sorts, and then it kind of shuts and then envelops back into her form. Damage control has been taken care of. It seems that the Nine Lives Den is no more. Your family is safe. The Wrens have her, and him, Alexander, the boy, and Izzy.
Can we trust the brands?
Well, currently. So from what I'm hearing from those that saw, there was a young boy that stabbed you and tried to stab you in the heart there, Three Eyed Jax? Young boy, Gentry?
I get the feeling that you didn't trust Gentry.
I don't trust anybody, especially not a young lad that just goes and kills people like that. Yeah, well. Water under the bridge. And then he kind of like dozes off. Three Eyed Jax doesn't look very well at all.
None of us look very well.
So, Chance, we need to get to Ashen thing.
Why do we need to go to Ashen Thane?
It's probably like one of the places that we're safest. Besides here, which I don't think they'd be happy with us sleeping here tonight.
I would not be very happy if you all decided to sleep on my carpet. I would probably be very upset about that, honestly.
See? Exactly.
And Chance seems to be like listening, like puts her head up and is just listening. Then comes back. Information is coming in. Thinking, listening. Kind of spaces out for a little bit. Three Eyed Jax is softly snoring at this point. Thadrenek's passing out tea and water to those that want it.
I'll take some tea.
Everybody has been gestured to sit down if they want to. Things like that. Grimmbones is just kind of like touches things and then like falls and picking it back up. My bad. And he's like picking it back up.
You Grimmbones?
Yes.
Medrin Gelkin, nice to meet you.
Don't trust him.
She doesn't trust me.
Okay. She said not to trust you. Sorry. And he just kind of turns around. Like the torso turns around, but the head looks at you and it winks, and then it spins back around. I like friends. It's okay. Yep. Chilling with my bros.
So, why are you here again?
Grimmbones,
I have no idea.
Grimmbones, do you know Duron?
Yeah? Old friend.
Oh, you like him?
Hey, nice guy. Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Been to Laura once or twice. Met him a couple times.
Been to Glade?
Glade?
Oh, Lonavar's Glade?
No, heard of it. I never tussled with that dragon, thankfully. Just this one. Kink, kink, kink.
Dragon. What?
Yeah. I'm sure they'll tell you about it sometime. There's a dragon in here.
The story says he has a dragon in his chest.
I died once, and I took a mountain with me. No big deal.
I think we need to get back to the matter at hand.
That we do. Chance kind of snaps out of it. From all the information that I am being told, it seems that Gentry and Valastara are working alone in this. From what I am hearing from Tathis, is that Valastara has cut off all communication between him and Thane.
Huh. So she's acting neutral. She's going off reservation on this.
Apparently. Tathis and Thane think that she wants the items for herself. Whatever items they're speaking of. I'm assuming these items that Thane are looking for?
Oh, now we
How
got...
many have died because of
No, lots of
This-
people have died. I mean, we've just counting the ones that we've had to take care of up top. We're upwards of the 50s at the moment. Just that around the Nine Lives Den.
All because the children can't play together.
Gods, man.
I think they're more all loving than they actually are.
No, they're not very loving.
No.
Not very loving. Unfortunately, those of Thane and Tethys, they just... Collateral damage is just a word to them. But now the Valastara and this Gentry boy, they seem to be working together.
Do you know if Gentry has any ties to Ash and Thane?
I mean, he was there for all accounts as far as my information points to for a year and a half. Made deep connections within the Magi Nation building that is scheduled there, or not, stationed there.
So he has connections in the Magi Nation.
He's a master inventor at this point. Youngest one ever.
Chance, I'm sorry to get off topic, but do you have information on the people, their names, who were lost in the explosion?
Pulls out a ledger and gives it to you. Looking through it, you see a lot of familiar names. Those people that have came like toward the evenings. A lot of high-ranking individuals from the Magi Nation. Two of the cousins of the Baroness. Jacob.
Jacob?
Like I said, you're the bartender.
Ah.
So Izzy, the baby, and Alexander got out. All the staff. There's a bunch of names from guards and etc. People you don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So we lost the little bartender?
He made good drinks. He made really good drinks.
Yes, you lost your bartender. Yes.
Kind of liked him. He was very forceful with drinks. But I got his good money.
Chance, if you
What
would,
I'm more
I'd
worried
like-
about is how Valastara, who she has that are allied within our city, that the brands of the crows haven't been able to identify, and they didn't see this coming. That is an issue.
We have 2 spy networks in the city. You should know something.
We should have heard word from the goddess, but we didn't.
Which means that that could be taken as a direct
Do you think she's
middle finger
involved?
to the goddess.
According to Tethys and Thane, she has isolated herself in her tower and is taking no visitors, which is not unusual. She goes for years sometimes without talking to anyone, other than just send messages on contracts.
Could she talk to other godchildren without...
Well, for sure, I'm sure she could, but as far as I know, she's not talking to Tethys or Thane.
But she could have talked to Valastara if she wanted to.
I mean, hypothetically, yes, she probably could have. They are siblings, you know. I mean, it's hard to really point to what is the guiding force here on either side. We're looking at enemies on all fronts. You have Duron and his allies that are trying to combat Thane and theirs, and
Now this...
and then we have Valastara that seems to have gone rogue. It's hard to figure out what to do in this position.
First off, I want to right some wrongs that may not necessarily be our fault. But those who are lost in the explosion, I'd like to send some kind of recompense to their families.
We can arrange that.
We don't want them to
They only
think
get
this
small
is our
stipends
fault.
from the Brands and Crows in this.
Mhm.
And the
They
Baron.
know it wasn't our fault.
The
but it's the
people
leader.
know that? It was our building that exploded.
We've
We were
covered up
caught in the
everything that needs
explosion.
to.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a cause and effect and a story that has been laid in place.
Either way, I need it. It won't sit well on my conscience unless we send some kind of recompense or apology or something to help them get through the tough times they're sure to endure with their family members being lost.
I feel like if we don't take action, they're going to be even more. Apologies won't do it until after.
Oh, this isn't to fix anything. This is solely me and my conscience telling me that there are a lot of people out there who have lost somebody, and coming from somebody who has lost a sole provider for their family. It's not right to not give them something to help. This isn't us helping because it's our fault. This isn't us helping because we were to blame it all. This is us helping because people need help.
That's the right thing to do.
And as I said, it will be taken care of. And then Three Eyed Jax kind of leans back up. But now to the matter at hand. On what ship are we jumping aboard, and whose ass are we going to kick?
Seems like Valastara and Gentry.
Since Valastara is a little harder to get to, why don't we go for Guild Gentry first?
We can work our way up the ladder from there.
And if Valastara is hunting out for these items, then maybe grabbing the items away from her before she gets to them might be a good idea on top of it.
Which there's an item in Ashen Thane.
As well as Jamfyr, probably.
Yeah.
I can find out relatively quick where Gentry is. My men are working on it currently. Should know within the hour.
So to Ashen Thane would be our next
If he's there, yeah.
trip. At the very least, we need to get that item before Valastara or Thane.
Yeah.
There's
Or
an
if-
item in Ashen Thane.
The Angel's
Yes.
Bracers.
Yes.
Valastara has allied with Gentry, then he may be going back to get it. He knows of it. It's possible.
If Valastara knows, I'm sure Gentry would.
At this point, it doesn't bode well that they are working together. Like I said, he has deep contacts in Ashen Thane.
At this point, I think the smartest thing to assume is that our enemy knows everything.
I think that it's smart to assume that we know jack shit about the current circumstance, but we can't just sit here with our thumbs up our asses either. And Chance is listening again. Sighs. You've been summoned. Let me know when you're ready.
By who?
Thane.
He wants to see me too?
Well, he wants to see all of you. He knows who you are.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
I'm not really liking the liberty of which information is being thrown around right now. I don't know if this is the best idea, but I don't know if it's good to avoid him either. What's the play?
Well,
Play dumb to him.
dumb.
He and Duron don't talk.
I don't think that'll exactly be as easy as it seems, considering what he has.
Thane is
He
yet
won't
to
use it on us if he suspects.
used- that's what Chance was trying to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what she was going for. Yeah, Thane has yet to use anything against us in that way and has been all but compliant. But the fact that they personally asked for Medrin to come along makes me think that they know some information. And they would have if you came along, because Tethys can smell that you're not an actual brand, as I can from this far away. Problem is we are all branded. Rannar, the decision's really up to you. You're the only one with the ability to cut the connection, but once we do, we are allying on one side.
Let's say it, boys and girls. Looks like it's time we pick a side. I, for one, am with Duron Stonehart.
I'm with Duron as well.
Kalypso.
And Thane did nothing to stop what happened to all those people. When he sure well could have.
Neither did Duron.
Duron didn't have the ability to.
He's stuck within the Temple of Azaran
I'm
and
with-
Ashen Thane.
The temples
That's true.
and
He
the
could have
Emerald
went back
Tower.
in time
Yeah.
and stopped it.
He can go in Allura.
Yeah.
He's free range of Allura, but there's a lot of places in Vemhara he can't go
Yeah.
to.
His hands are tied in
This city
Vemhara.
being one of them.
Duron cannot physically come into Vemhara unless it's through the Temple of Azaran.
And Thane did nothing to save our 9 lives. Nope. Now down to 8. I'm with Duron.
It's obvious how little Thank actually cares about us beyond what we hold in our chests.
Sadly, that is the case. He sees you guys as a means to an end.
When we couldn't complete the task, he simply murdered
And-
hundreds
Huh.
to do it for us.
Thousands.
Thousands even. And I'm not going to ally with anybody who will go to that length to get what they want.
You guys made me give up that tongue.
Are we talking about taking a day trip to Ashenthane, or we jumping continent and going to Allura? What's the play? I know you all are branded. You guys are talking about a way that you can bypass that.
I've got a way.
Durin gave him ability to bypass it. Same way I'd have.
Once we cut connections, well, once you all cut connections, they will know
Oh, for
what's
sure.
going to stop Thane from coming after you. We need to be somewhere where he can't reach you.
Ashenthane, he can't be in Ashenthane at all.
That is true.
All right, Ashenthane then.
Looks like we're going on a trip.
I can book the next train, get it all to ourselves.
Chance may have a faster way.
That's so true.
I do have a faster way, but they will know that we are leaving, but I can do it. As long as we get there and they don't cut us off in between, but we need to make a decision now because Thane is coming.
We take the train. It'll be quieter that way.
As I said, Thane is coming. He will follow us. I can try something. Grimmbones? Yeah?
Shit, Grimmbones.
We need a distraction.
You have
Okay.
Explosives.
You ever tried, I'm sorry. You ever tried to distract the demigod? Once or twice. Once or twice.
Of course he has.
What kind of distraction? And Chance kind of looks toward you all. Any good ideas?
Tell me, how
pissed is that dragon?
Oh.
I mean, he's not happy. He's been in there a long time.
If we release that dragon in here, there's going to be a bunch of collateral damage.
Oh.
We need something that's not going to harm any folks.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What's something that Thane truly cares about in this city?
We have spider.
Well, I mean, he has
friends.
the box, angel bracers, and Ashenthane. There's a couple other items. Haven't been got yet.
Grimmbones, aren't you the key to that box?
Which box?
Music box.
The music box?
The one he took.
Well, no, I relinquished it to him. But I have another item. It's kind of... It's going to be rough. We can do it if we want.
let's do it.
What's the
We have the-
what's
Wait, what
what's
is
the
it?
collateral before you do that?
And he seems to be calculating.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
And he looks at Chance. Chance nods her head. Let's get some fresh air. Fresh air. And Chance holds out a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Grimmbones grabs one, pulls out a hand. Three Eyed Jax walks up, grabs a hand, gestures out towards you guys.
Yep.
Oh, we'll all join hands, I suppose.
You guys are lifted quickly up, kind of translucent like, onto the top of a warehouse building.
Huh.
It's dark outside. This is a really bad idea. I just want everybody to know that. So you guys are wanting to take the train? I'd recommend going to the train.
Okay.
The train.
Let's go.
Yep.
I'm never going to be able to come back to this city, am I? No, probably not.
Hey, you got your entire store in your chest.
Yep. You can come to Ashenthane.
Oh, I'm coming. Chance will
Oh.
bring me.
Yeah.
But I need Chance for what's
Oh.
coming.
Okay.
And Chance is looking off into the
What?
distance.
He's going to do
They're
it.
coming.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
All right.
Going now.
I'll meet you in the place we're going. Meet me there, and then I'm running.
We'll be on the train in a few moments. Just, you need to get on the train now. And Chance kind of comes around and boop, boop,
boop,
boop,
boop, boop.
boop. And then Three Eyed Jax and you all are transported to the platform. And you see people garbed in the liberated garb that are actually pulling people off of the train. Three Eyed Jax goes walking, just kind of crosses over the gate without actually buying a ticket. People are kind of fussing, but then liberated are giving them cross looks as you all kind of go up, cross over, and you go and actually board the train. A few moments later, it begins to take off.
I cut the connection. I do what needs to be done.
As soon as you get on there?
Yeah.
So as soon as you hit it, the Raven brand turns into a brand of the two-eyed coin.
Yeah.
And then you have to go, you can go to each of them to sever their connection as well. With yours, it just goes to the two-eyed coin. With them, it'll actually sever it for good. So when you walk up to Kalypso, if you're willing,
Yeah. If you
touches
guys are
your
willing.
shoulder, the brand leaves. It almost feels like you're losing like your puppy or something.
Before he touches me, I say, fuck him up, Chance. And then it disappears.
All right. Same thing with you. Jamfyr walks up and touches your shoulder.
You're amazing, Shawn.
And it disappears. Comes up to you. Yours is fake, but he still has to do it.
Yeah.
You'll still have your similar brand of Azaran.
Yeah.
Actually, oh shit, I already
Yes.
did mine.
Well, you could retroactively go ahead. What was you gonna do?
I was gonna say, thank you, Chance.
Don't thank me just yet. And you sever it, and a few moments later, from a corner of the train car, it's about 10 by 20, Chance and Grimmbones come walking through. But not only Chance and Grimmbones, you also see Sprocket.
Sprocket, it's good to see you.
I don't know why I'm here, but okay. And he just kind of sits down,
Where is our child?
and he looks over at Grimmbones and Chance. I don't know. I was in bed.
Grimmbones.
I can't do anything. I'm sorry. We can't bring everyone. There are no consequences. They're not gonna be harmed. But we need Sprocket.
Are they inside of your box?
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, Sprocket has came for whatever reason. But as the train begins to curl its way out of Holland, and then out into the open terrain of Vemhara, heading toward Ashenthane, you look back, kind of out the side, because Grimbone has now stuck his head out, like literally pulled an arm out and the head, and has stuck it out and is looking. Oh, there he goes. Oh, that's pretty. And you guys look out, and you see a winged creature in the sky, large. Did I mention it really wasn't a blue dragon? And all you see is bones, white, in the night sky, as you guys fade
My
off into
child.
the distance.
Grimmbones.
They'll be busy for a while. That one's not happy.
Oh shit, Grimmbones?
Hey, don't worry. He doesn't want to like hurt the city or anything. He just wants to get back home. He's been gone for a while.
Where's home?
Yeah, to Zelmanon.
I want to make a history check.
Sure, go ahead. You see, due to confidentiality clauses, and that I was written up by Thadrenek himself, you see, I just couldn't really kind of disclose. I guess say it was a dragon, you know? Like, dragons are cool, man. The ones on my chest, it's like
17.
street cred. That one, though, yeah, I trapped that one, well, Sprocket and I, and Sprocket just kind of shakes his head. Yeah, you died doing it. Yeah, well, you know, it's all good. 17?
Yes.
Zelmanon did. There's the story of Allura and
Yeah.
the Great War,
Mhm.
and that of Cinderfang.
Grimmbones,
Yes.
you trapped Cinder Thing.
Oh yeah.
How?
My crowning achievement, actually, and I just let him out of his box.
Holy
Well,
shit.
you've never trapped a demon in your heart before? Come on, I do it all the time.
No. You don't just trap demons like that.
Well, what's funny is Cinderfang's not a real big fan of Thane.
Well, no.
so-
He's one of the godchildren. He hates the godchildren.
Yeah, well, now.
He's not a real big fan of anybody.
I think that Tethys and Thane will be quite busy for the next little while, so that's good. And we've severed our connection. All he wants to do is get home.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Thane kills him or something, he'll just go home. No big deal.
Dash and Thane, and I sit down
Yeah,
on
you guys
the
are
on the
going off in
bench.
the distance, but you see,
Grimmbones, we
you
got
do see some sort of battle going on in the night sky.
Grimmbones, we got a 3-hour train ride. You gotta explain a lot of things to me.
Oh, you can tell me anything I can tell you anything you want to know. I mean, I'm ready to talk. He finally pulls his head in as he was like screaming from the outside. Sprocket's just kind of curled up on one of the seats.
I am going to sit next to Grimmbones and put my my arm over his shoulder and be like, "We have some planning to do."
Yes, planning.
What?
We can actually talk about things now.
Where'd you keep him?
Cinderfang?
Yes.
Oh, in here.
How'd you make that?
Yeah, with some help.
From who?
Duron Stonehart. He's my best friend, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Grimbones, do you remember who you were before you were Grimbones?
Well, yeah, we could actually talk about that now.
Oh, cool.
If you want to.
Yes.
And he kind of stands up and bows. My name is Alex Dawnkeeper. Nice to meet you.
And with that, we should end this episode.
Weren't you a gunslinger?
Well, I'm not anymore, but, you know. Sorry about your dad, man. I was really trying to save him. Your family. I do feel bad about that.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Oh, what? You were the one behind the mines.
Yeah, I'm the only dead man around here, man. They tried to help me save them. It wasn't what the story said it was. It wasn't a sickness.
Yeah, what exactly
I
happened?
mean, it was a sickness. It was caused by something else.
What caused that?
Well, we think that maybe Valastara had something to do with it.
And you trapped them in the box. Wow.
No, I trapped him in stasis inside of the box and tried to save them. And not everybody else is dead. They're just in stasis inside the box. Alexander was. Thane asked me to save him, and I did. I could only do it. I found out a way to do it once. I just couldn't save everyone.
No, it's fair enough.
I do apologize.
No. No need to be sorry, Grimmbones.
No, we've learned by now that saving everyone is hardly ever an
It's
option.
almost impossible.
Oh, you tell me about it. I got plenty of stories I can tell you.
Maybe something of a lighter variety on the way.
So,
Let me.
so you
Let me
created.
tell you about the time that Duron Stonehart fell in a pit of snakes. That's a good one.
He hasn't told me that story yet.
And he goes through starts talking about it. As you guys all kind of settle in, if there's any dialogue that you guys would like to take place right now, we can hammer that out. Planning, anything going on, any questions you have for anybody on the train car, go ahead and let's do it.
I'm resting right now. I'm taking my long rest. I'm napping.
I am pitching all of my cool invention ideas to Grimmbones.
It's kind of nice that I can openly be an inventor again.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make the coolest things ever.
I hope so. Yeah. Indeed. So yeah.
Kalypso takes off his hat and lets his hair fall down. He takes
There
out
is
the
a once
braid.
called office. It is 71.2
Alexa,
on East 3rd
Stop. Apologies. I think we asked her a question. Anyway.
I didn't know your box can talk.
I know. Yeah, sorry.
He'll tell me the weather.
My box talks to me sometimes.
And he takes down
Chance
his hair
has sat
and
down and seems to be resting. Three Eyed Jax is asleep because he was mortally wounded at one point in this. You're pitching ideas. Kalypso, you're chilling. And then, yeah. So, if there's anything like I said, any other prepping or anything that we want to talk about, we can hammer it out real quick if we need to. A lot of stuff just happened. The train car goes actually it's only about a 3-hour trek up to Deftwall Station where you'll have to rent a car to go up to Ashenthane.
So I'm going to warn you all right now. I'm not particularly sure if I am welcome in Ashenthane at the moment.
You need a disguise?
I have one.
You're actually very welcome. Your mom misses you.
It's not my mom I'm worried about.
Oh, the Night Flock. Right. Yeah, Lily Fan. They call her the Puppet Master now.
Fitting.
Yeah, but she's not very nice. That's where one of the items that we need is, though. She has the Angel Bracer.
About that.
Yep.
My closest thing I ever had to a girlfriend.
Yeah, man. I don't know if she's girlfriend material anymore. But
certainly not now, but she has the Angel Bracers.
Yeah. Not to just be dropping news bombs, but your mom actually works for her now.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, your mom, so she still owns the tavern, the Gambling Goblin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she still owns the tavern, but she's having one of her, I think it's her boyfriend or something. He's kind of like watching and bartending. From what I've heard, though, is that she's actually one of the head accountants for the Night Flock. Yeah, kind of a renegade bunch of, you can't really call them bandits. They're very well organized. Similar to like what the Liberated is, to a
I know
lesser degree.
exactly what they are.
Yeah. Well, now they've pretty much, they take up a lot of space. They dole out protection for gold. They have connections to a lot of the lowlifes. So
You
it's
mean
like,
they
hey, I'm gonna beat up your shop and your bartender, and
So they
I can
extort
help
people.
you. Oh yeah, no, they're extortionists. Yeah.
Are
for
they
sure.
extorting my mother, or is she part of this?
No. Lily just took a liking to your mom, and they seem to be hitting it off. I'm actually not quite sure what's going on, but they call Lily Fan the Puppet Master for a reason. You see, She's not really the Lily that you knew, you know? You know
She's
what I'm
my
saying?
anti-charisma.
Well, you know, like
competition
when-
now.
yeah, you guys were kind of both thrown in a river, and you know how like you died, but Thane saved you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, she kind of like died, but got saved by something else.
Was it Valastara?
I'm not sure.
Somebody else
But-
saved her.
The being that saved her might be a friend of Valastara. That's why they call her the Puppet Master.
I don't want to meet her friends.
You ever heard the stories?
I can't say I have.
So there's this. I hesitate to call it a demon because whatever. Cinderfang, you can call him a demon, but he's just a dragon, no big deal. Anyway, so the Puppet Master, he was kind of this traveling individual. He's a puppet master. You go around with a stagecoach and your bards, and you sing, and he does the show. But he was very morbid. A lot of people didn't like him, scared the children. There's a story that kind of goes along the lines of a lot of people didn't like him. There was a story that was told. People got drunk. They locked him in a room. They left him there, and he kind of died. And, kind of became a corrupted soul after that. May have gotten a little bit darker. Made some connections in the underworld. Came back. Might be inhabiting Lily-Fan right now.
You're telling me that my friend,
Your ex-girlfriend, dude, she's like possessed. That's what I'm telling you. And
This-
she's hanging out with your mom.
This
It's weird.
this entity possessed.
Calypso sticks his head out the window.
Now,
And
Bud-
Grimmbones
Bud-
follows suit. This is so much fun, isn't it? Don't worry, Calypso. You're the key to this, man. Well, actually, you're not. Rannar, you're the key to this one.
Oh, what?
That's a bummer. Maybe
All
she
right,
like hit on her or
recap. My
something.
girlfriend's possessed. My ex-girlfriend's possessed by a demon, and she's in cahoots with my mom, who works as an accountant for the undercover night, an extortionist criminal underworld we're about to go try and take down.
You know,
Do you have anything that'll destroy a demon?
about a month
Grimmbones?
ago, I would have thought you were talking
maybe.
shit, but
It came out of
know,
my
it
mouth,
just-
and I still can't believe I'm not talking shit.
it just sounds so normal for us anymore.
No, I didn't talk much of Thane, but he had this term called a shite sandwich. I think you guys are stuck in that.
You never want to be stuck in a shite sandwich. I can tell you that much.
Rock.
He said that, right? That was his catchphrase.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sure.
Yeah, rock
Yep.
me bottom.
Shite sandwich.
Indeed, indeed. The train begins to slow and then screech to a halt, laying on the brakes. And over the next mile, it eventually comes to a stop. You hear from out front, because there is a driver on the train, of course. You guys start to hear from out front raised voices. Grimmbones sticks his head out the window. Anybody else follow suit?
Yeah, sure.
So you can with sticking your head out the window, it finally comes to a stop, and you can begin to hear words. And it's kind of jarbled at first, but then it's like, you can't just be on the goddamn tracks. It's not how it works. If I didn't see your lights from a mile away, I'd have ran you over. You look funny. What is that? And then you hear the distinct sound of a gunshot and a thud. And that's where we're going to end the session.
I have 3 HP.
Yeah, exactly. I took a short rest.
I have 3 HP.
I don't think.